A trip to watch the Blue Jays play this afternoon soured for one Canadian actor who claims he witnessed racism here at Lakeshore and Reese, where he says a family was told to, quote, go back to your country. But it wasn't only what was said that was shocking to him, but also who said it.
And a family of people of color were in the car trying to figure out how to get through the intersection. A police officer comes out and starts yelling at them, move through, move through. I thought that would be the end of it. On his way back, he says, if you can't follow, if you don't know how to drive, go back to your country. And I stopped right there and I said, whoa, as big as I could. And I said, not cool.
You didn't get to speak to the family. Can you talk a little bit about who was in that vehicle?
Yeah, I remember it vividly. It was like an SUV. It looked like a mother and a father, and it looked like there's a car seat and then a kid in the back. I assume from them being down here on a hot day, they're going to a Jays game, or they're going to the waterfront, they're going to the island. They want a good life. They just want to get through an intersection, and for them to get yelled at and told to go back to your country because they're confused. And let's be honest here, I think we're all confused.
It happened today around 3:30, says Andrew Phung, a comedian who can be seen on the CBC sitcom Kim's Convenience. The actor was making his way to the game with his family, including 2 young boys, when he says he was appalled to hear the insult not only once, but again by bystanders.
2 men beside me said, no, totally cool, amen. If you can't drive, go back to your country. I was mad, and so instinctually as a comedian, I followed those 2 men and started talking about all the amazing things immigrants bring to our country.
What went through your mind?
In my mind was just like, yeah, this is happening. When police officers show that type of behavior, you enable people like this to do that, to behave like that. And I think that in this culture, in this day and age right now, that's just not right.
Andrew tells us he took a photo of the police officer and shared his experience on Twitter, though he decided not to post a picture, saying he will be following up with Toronto police. We reached out to 52 Division explaining Andrew's claims. The sergeant tells CityNews this was the first time they'd heard of it.
If in fact that's true, I'd be very disappointed that any officer would say that to a member of the public. And I personally don't condone that kind of action, and I can speak for the Toronto Police Service as saying that that's not acceptable behavior if that took place.
A statement from the Toronto Police Service also reads, "We are trying to get as much information as possible so that we can investigate what happened."
There's no situation where that is right, and I knew right then and there it is time to speak up. So as I respect police officers and what they do, I don't respect that.
What made you share this story on social media right away?
It wasn't something I was happy with, and it shocked me because every so often we're reminded this behavior does exist. People still think this way, but to see it come from a police officer, that's the worst.
And as I was speaking to Andrew earlier today, there was an on-duty police officer stationed here at the intersection. I approached him and asked if he was familiar with the comedian's claims. He said he was not. And late this evening, Toronto police tweeted back at Andrew saying they will be investigating his claims. For City News, I'm Faiza Amin.